funny? These are the bolts I had to cut through this time to get this last stabilizer brace. Well, it's not even the last one. There's two on the other side, but to get this one off, I had to cut through the eye bolts that they had, that they were using to put the, where it mounts from the camper to the pickup truck to secure it. So I think that's probably been the hardest part, because just moving around in there and trying to get the, you know, hacksaw in the right place. But it's done, it's out, and this is what was underneath it. So as you can see, definitely needs to be replaced. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of reframe this wall and stabilize it, and then I'll put a brace up inside that's on the good wood before I remove this bottom part, because otherwise there's going to be like absolutely nothing here. So this is going to be the first place. It's already loose. It's just actually just sitting in there. I just set it in there so I could test the height and stuff, and replace that. And then next I'm gonna get this part loose here that this is attached to, and there's a couple of bolts up under here holding it, and then on the other side underneath there's some bolts holding it. And I'm just hoping they did them the same way all throughout here. And you know what, if you're ever working on a camper, even if you think you're never going to sell it again, use a little common sense in case even you have to repair it. Don't make your bolts that they you know, like countersink in there, and there's no place to get a screwdriver or anything in. So when you go to loosen them and they're old and rusted, well, you know, guess what? They're just going to sit there and spin. So anyway, just a little venting. All right, here goes nothing and everything all in one. I'm going to take out this first piece here because there's nothing actually sitting on it, and try to replace that piece first, and we're going to go from there. Well, amazingly, I think that was the easiest thing I did. Those nuts actually came right off when I went to it with the drill. So amazing. Now let's see what all it's going to take just to get it off. Okay, I got the bolts loose, and then there was nails, and then there was glue. And why they nailed and glued without replacing, I mean, all the work they did to put into place, I don't know. I can't even say. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they just didn't see it, and but they nailed the new pieces of support into the old and rotting stuff. So that's why they use the bolts and stuff, I guess. I don't know. But so making progress. I had to loosen the little thing where the propane tank goes, and this is where the bolts were. And then as you see, there's nails, 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 and then there was glue, 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 glue. So I had to use this little scraper thing and hammer to get it all loose. So then they had these in here as supports, which were also nailed in, but they just had some like little brad nails, and they were supporting the back end of this. So I'll be glad to get this out and get it redone. Okay, so the last little support board that's in here, I don't know if you can see it, back in there, I've been using the hammer and kind of shoving it forward now that I've loosened the little. So once that's out, I should be able to finish prying this up. I was gonna just go ahead and take this whole box out here, which I really need to, but unfortunately I just don't have the brute strength to get the propane connection loose, so I can't get it out. And I have to have some help on that too. But the good thing is, no matter what, look at these cabinets are in really nice condition. Someone did an ugly stain job on it on the outside at one time, but I don't know, maybe it was fashionable back then, who knows. But they are nice solid wood, and the propane tank holder is still in excellent condition. So like I said, there's a lot of good points in here. And look, this is, I took off the gold, kind of goldy streaked marbled backsplash that was on here, and look how pretty this is. This wood is actually all in good condition here, and all the way back up in here the framing is actually all good. That's all new. So I got a little dejected and was thinking, oh, I can't do this, but you know what, I'm gonna do it. And we're gonna make this happen. So hopefully this will be the last part that we can get this out. There finally is that troublesome little thing. Finally, which I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier, I went and I got the crowbar and pried it loose. Well, earlier I couldn't have fit it in there. I had to wedge that glue loose first, but be able to get it in there. Here's what we have now. A big, empty, clean hole in there, which is awesome. So I'm going to get Ronnie to loosen that connection to the propane tank so I can take that out. And then I'll be able to replace the framing right there too. And we'll be on our way to some brand new framing. I got to clean this off because you can see it still has wood and glue and I don't want it to be all unlevel. So we'll go from there. It ain't pretty, but it will be.